Well, finally in our town hall tonight, we told you last half hour about Pagula Sports and Entertainment getting ready to submit a revised facilities plan to the county and the state. But if the plans call for the future, call for a new Bills stadium, what could that look like?
Yeah, our partners at Buffalo Business First talked with HKS Architects, which has designed several recent stadiums like US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis and SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles.
And the author of that article is Buffalo Business First reporter Dan Miner, who joins us now live. You can find his work at bizjournals.com. Dan, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me again.
So Dan, update us on where things stand right now. We talked to you not that long ago, but it does seem like we should expect some pretty solid developments on this pretty soon. What can we look forward to, and what did you learn whenever you talked to people involved with these new stadiums? And I know a big focus on fan experience and how much that's really changed compared to when they built what is now, I had to write it down, Highmark Stadium, right, is what it's called now in Orchard Park.
Yeah. So just first, a note on the process. The Pagulas dropped a bit of a bombshell during the naming press conference recently when they said that they completed that revised study and were getting ready to deliver it to the government partners who would presumably be part of the eventual financial solution. So, you know, what is in that study, whether whether PSE has a preferred alternative or not, is something that, you know, as the public, we don't have any access to right now. But it is generally sort of presumed that it'll be the start of serious negotiations around the next Buffalo Bills home.
I mean, building a stadium is something that I don't think any of us really know anything about. So what do architects look for when they're getting ready to design one for an individual market? And could something that's big like they have in Dallas or Indianapolis or Vegas, could that work for Western New York?
Yeah, I mean, that was my question going in. I think a lot of us, we've been talking about this for so long, we haven't even asked what the purpose or the function of a new stadium would be. And I'll tell you, it's not like, you know, upgrading your house to get like a better bedroom. A modern NFL facility has an entirely different purpose than the ones that were built in the 70s and the 80s and even the 90s did. So while the football game is still central, they're expected to be much more holistic experiences that draw people in, you know, earlier in the day or even the day before if there's a hospitality sort of hotel experience involved, that give them things to do in the morning, give them different places to watch the game from instead of just their seats, places where they can take selfies of each other and post shareable content, and keep them there for dinner and possibly for the evening. So a much more comprehensive sort of mixed use development is in the cards. It'll definitely be right sized. It won't look like you know, the palace that Jerry built in Dallas, but those are going to be the goals of architects. That's why they would do it.
Yeah, I think about, Kate just mentioned Indianapolis. I've been to that stadium, and it really kind of transformed that part of downtown Indy, and it is something that is used way more than just, you know, a dozen and a half weekends out of the year. It's used all year round. But I wonder though, Dan, if this ends up being just kind of a sprucing up of the current stadium, it's harder to accomplish that, right? Of building this type of facility where you could do all the things that you just mentioned.
I think, right. So when you understand it, you know, in that context, that this isn't just about kind of, you know, infrastructure, and it's just not just about kind of, you know, patching the holes. This is about creating something different. It does make it a little harder to imagine a sort of a lower key renovation, unless it's just about kicking the can a couple of years down the road, you know, because of all the tumult sort of worldwide economically going on with COVID. So, you know, if you're looking for reasons to support a new stadium, thinking about how transformational they're looking, or how much of a transformation they're looking to make the game day experience in Buffalo is a you know, a check in that column.
Certainly curious to see what happens. We have to leave it there for now. Dan Miner is a reporter with Buffalo Business First. Dan, thanks for coming back.
Yep, thanks for having me.
Yeah, definitely encourage everybody to go read Dan's article. A lot of great stuff in that. We appreciate your time. And it's my turn to talk. Sorry. Thanks everybody for watching. Remember, you can text us any questions or comments to 849-2200.